maybe
stick.
that'll pick it up a little bit more.
A little step like into the.
Because I'm
Mike,
getting
I
it
can't
out.
really hear you.
Okay.
Can you come up a little bit? Like a little bit, not a lot. That might work too, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Footprints now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Footprints or Bolivia?
Footprints.
No, let's do Bolivia.
Okay. Let's do footprints. We'll
Okay.
keep it chill for a second.
Footprints?
Yeah. Olivia? What are you doing? Sure. That was cool. Yeah, I was feeling it. We should do that for a departmental.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I feel like it's very effective.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Bolivia? Sure. I'm really fucking my sticks. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Bolivia.
Alright.
Then my one and only one. Alright, I can do it.
I switched like that. That was hard.
Yeah, you did that.
Used to doing the hi-hat on 1 and 3, so that's what Hey, so it's like
Well, like,
you looked at me and
do the.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
hey, can I take a sip out of one of your guys' water?
Yeah, you can have mine.
I'll put my guys on.
Oh, wait, I think you have to slow down. Oh.
We're gonna do the arrangement. I'm gonna play by myself for a second. You mic in. We're gonna play in a second. And I'll be back.
Yeah, you can count it.
It's about.
Oh, do you want, what do you want?
Yes.
Good afternoon, UMBC. Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? Good morning, afternoon, and everything in between, everyone. I'm Lynn Adams, and I am your Chief Human Resources Officer, and very thrilled to be here. It is such a pleasure to be here today with you for my second service awards. I started last October, right? And I'm just super excited to welcome the entire Human Resources and Strategic Management team on behalf of our team. We are just thrilled to put this on and that kind of thing. But one of the things I want to do before we get started, you don't have to stand, but if you'll turn around to the camera in the back, we got 50 folks looking online. Let's wave at them and say, hey, sorry you couldn't be here. I'm eating on your behalf and all of that stuff, right? We're glad to have you online as well. Thank you for being there. How was lunch? Was it pretty good? Tasty? Great. Good, good. So please feel free to continue to eat. It's that kind of event. And you see in the middle, you can start with dessert if you did already, or you can go ahead. It's up to you, but enjoy the dessert. Please feel free to do that. You know, this event is such a wonderful tradition of UMBC, and I learned that just my first time last year, and it's such a way to create and continue to create a warm culture, and you guys are such a big part of that. It is the place every year where we have an opportunity to gather and to celebrate the commitment, the dedication, and the service of our talented staff who could have chosen to work anywhere, but you chose UMBC, so thank you for that. Thank you for choosing UMBC. And it's all about Retriever Nation, right? Right? It's all about Retriever Nation, yes? Thank you. That's what I want to hear. Now let's practice, because you guys, you know, we started this last year. Let's make sure so when we get to the raffles. Ooh. Ah. Okay, good, good. We want to make sure we're set with that. We're also so grateful for you, and today and every day, we want to make sure that you know that you matter. That's the theme today, and you'll hear that throughout the rest of next year, is you matter. You are so important to the work that we do, every single one of you, regardless of what you do. You matter to us, you matter to the university leadership, and we're just so thrilled to be a part of the UMBC family and have you as part of the team as well. Now, before we really get started, I want to take a moment to thank some people because we won't have time to do that at the end. First, can you join me in thanking my best and the most incredible human resources and strategic management team in the world? I said it. And they're sitting back there. Team, please stand so you can get your accolades. Please stand up, human resources. Please stand so they can see you. Woo-woo! Right? Thank you, and some are still up and some over there, so thanks, just a special thank you to our team for working so hard. And also, this year we partnered with our events partners in OIA. Where are they at? Where are our events partners? Please stand up. Thank you. They've done such a fantastic job. That's how we get things done. We let the experts do the expert things, right? And they were such a great support, so we truly appreciate their hard work and just the support and hard work that's done every day. If you're a member of any of the other cross-partners, I'm going to ask you to stand because it takes a village to put this kind of thing on. So I'm going to call some specific units that really helped us with this. University Communications and Marketing, if there's some of the team members that are here from that, I'll ask you to stand or wave your hand so we can see you. The Division of Information Technology, please raise your hand or stand up. You did fantastic work in making sure. And then, of course, Event and Conference Services, they helped us so much with this, so thank you so much for your help there. And then our buddies, they're my buddies here at the RAC, our colleagues, helping us to make sure that we get situated in this fantastic building. So all of our buddies at the RAC, and thank you so much for your work. We appreciate you. So next, I want to thank our wonderful UMBC Jazz Ensemble for entertaining us during lunch to the right here. They were fantastic, weren't they? So we have Jack Horvath playing the tenor sax. We have Michael Pfeiffer on piano. Jack McGrath on bass. And Tom Fluznik on the drums. Did I do okay, Tom? Wonderful. All right. Finally, I would like to ask us to take a moment to remember those in our community that we lost this year. I know that the passing of community members, whether they are the current faculty or staff, retired faculty or staff, or our beloved students or alumni, is something that we always feel deeply across our community. So please join me in a moment of silence to remember them. Thank you. And thank you for all that you do to support those and all of us that go through the time of grief as we lose loved ones across the community. That's what being family is all about. So really appreciate you guys for remembering folks and considering that as we go through that. And now, without any further ado, I'd like to bring to you our wonderful president of UMBC, Dr. Valerie Shears Aspey, to welcome you for the event. Valerie.
Thank you all. Thank you all. What a privilege it is to be here. We made it. We have made it through another semester, another few weeks, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for all of your work, all of your effort, all of your care. Lynn just talked about it, but I'm grateful for all of your care. And before I go any further, isn't she fabulous? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So I just wanted to, I won't take up too much time here because we want to celebrate you and all of you who have gathered. But what a privilege to work with you every single day. I was excited on day one. This is my sophomore year, second semester of my sophomore year. And I'm equally, if not more, excited about what we're doing and what we're going to do together. You are the university. And we are just delighted, I'm delighted to be in the room with you. And by the way, this events team has done an amazing job. Isn't this beautiful? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so very, very much. So it's going to be an exciting day today to celebrate each one of you and to really just reflect on what we've been through together here for the last several weeks, and for you to reflect on the years of service that you have given to the institution. There's not a 1 year and one semester award yet. So I'll be clapping only for you today. In the sense of family, I should also tell you that today is a special day in my family. You all look stopped. Like, December the 7th is my sister's birthday. Now, what I want you to know is that she thinks that you're having this event on her behalf. Oh, she is very clear that we stopped to have lunch today just for her. And she would have been here if she could have made it. And she actually thinks that the dance recital that is happening tomorrow from our dance department, that's on her behalf. There's a whole set of things here that she thinks is only about her. So I will tell her how much we have celebrated her, but really I'm excited to be here to celebrate you. So thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone who's participated to make this possible. And let's go on with our celebrations. Thank you so very much.
All right. So we're going to have a little fun now. You know how we do. We have cahoots, right? So I am going to ask you that, if you will, as we're going through this, one of the things I want to say is that as we reflect on the strength of our community, I want to take a moment to recognize 2 university accomplishments that would not have been possible without the everyday hard work of our staff. Before we do cahoots, I want to make sure we talk about this. UMBC was once again named, and this is because of you and you participating in it, the Great College to Work by Modern Think and the Chronicle. And we are considered a member of the honor roll for 14 years on the list, and our ability to excel in every category. So give yourselves a hand. We celebrate Great College to Work, so that's a big deal. And on top of that, we are also being recognized by the Baltimore Sun as one of the top places to work in Baltimore for the 9th year. And again, that's because of you and the community that you continue to create. So give yourselves a hand for that. I hope that you will take a moment today and throughout the week to personally congratulate one of your colleagues who has received an award today as we're going through the presentations. And I also hope that you'll have a moment to visit the HR website to read the details of your colleagues and see what milestones and awards that they've won. Because again, we celebrate everything that everyone has done. So with that, we're gonna move right into Trivias with Cahoots. And I'm super excited about this. I know we're going to have a lot of fun. And so, Kim, I think I am going to turn it over to the fabulous Kim, who will be able to walk us through exactly what you need to do as it relates to Cahoots. Kim?
Hello, everyone. Hope you're excited and ready to play Kahoot. You will need to get out your phones and go to the website, just kahoot.it, or if you have the Kahoot app, you can certainly use that. So everybody get ready. You will see a pin coming up. There it is. So once you are in Kahoot, you will need to enter the pin number 7535067 and enter a nickname. It doesn't need to be your real name, just make sure it's work appropriate. And, oh boy, people remember this. Everybody's gotten good at this, Lynn. It's,
There you
we've
go.
done it multiple times now. So we're gonna give you just a second to make sure everybody has a chance to get going. Don't worry, if you're a little bit slower, you can still join the game at any time. The pin number is gonna continue to show on the bottom of the screen.
And one of the things I might add as Kim is looking at the numbers and the names coming in is that this year we will have the pop culture trivia questions from the past 40 years, and we will also have a fabulous trophy. Is the winner from here last year that won the trophy, I'm wondering? Okay, well, then you have a chance. There you go. There's a chance, right? Listen, you have bragging rights. You get this at the end if you actually win. So wanted to make sure I mentioned that for you.
All right, look at these great names, Lynn. We got
Oh,
some
my
good
goodness.
nicknames here. Awesome Mom.
Oh, we have Trophy Guy.
Oh boy, they're coming in so fast.
Trophy Guy.
And some are brave enough to use their full name. Wow. Papa Smurf.
There we go.
Oh, Chip is here playing. Yay.
Chip is on. We actually have Chip on there too. Krabby.
All right. Okay, we're gonna get ready to get started to the first question. Don't worry though, you can still join, you're fine. And here we go.
All right.
All right, welcome to the 2023 Service Award Trivia. First question is a warm-up. What is the name of this police department employee?
Aww.
Remember, this is just a warm-up, no points associated with this question. So you can still join if you're still trying to get into the game. Remember the pins at the bottom. How
Betty?
adorable is this employee, Lynn?
Oh, 279, 282. Oop.
All right, and of
Okay.
course, the correct answer is Chip.
Now, who said Betty? Who are the two people that said Betty?
All right, everyone, here we go. First, real question for points. Get ready.
I think they got the gist.
Oops. Okay. 2018, in the Marvel superhero movie, which nation is the Black Panther, the heir to the throne? This is a quick countdown. Remember, your score is based on being correct and fast.
How many of you saw Black Panther? All right, so you should know this.
All right, and the correct answer is Wakanda. All right, here we go. Next
Great job.
question. 2013, the Super Bowl was nicknamed the Blackout Bowl due to a power outage. Which team went on to win the game?
Ooh.
So this was down at the Superdome in New Orleans, and the game was interrupted for 34 minutes during the blackout. And I believe some of the fans blamed that the streak that had been going on got disrupted by the blackout.
Why aren't the Commanders on there? Or the Lions? What's going on? Any Detroit people here, Lions fans, raise your hands loud and proud. See, I see a few people. Whoop, whoop.
Lynn, that's because this is a Baltimore Ravens area.
Oh,
The
okay.
Ravens won that game.
Lions doing pretty good, just saying.
All right, we're going
Okay.
to check the scoreboard, see how we're doing here. Jimmy, look at Jimmy. But don't worry, a couple people are only a few points behind.
Okay,
There are
where's
plenty
Jimmy
of
at?
Questions.
Oh, okay, Jimmy. I see you. Sierra's not far behind, though. Just saying.
All right, get ready. The next one is double points.
I like that. Do that again.
All right,
I didn't even direct you.
2008, in this Saturday Night Live skit during the presidential campaign, what can Sarah Palin see from her house in Alaska? Remember this episode? They did some great ones. Tina Fey actually won an Emmy for her portrayal. What can she see?
Yep.
She said, I
They
can
got
see
it.
Russia from my house. All right, next question.
All right.
2008, in Beyonce's hit song, Single Ladies, if you like it, then you should put what on it?
Raise your hands, single ladies. Remember the dance?
Remember, this was an internet dance craze, too. All right, and you need to put a ring on it,
Put a ring on it.
according to Beyonce.
10 bonus points for the dance. Just joking. No, just joking. Go ahead.
All right, next question. 2003, according to Buddy the Elf, what are the 4 main food groups? Can you believe it's the 20th anniversary of the Elf movie? I wonder if anyone's been tempted to answer their phone with, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Maybe somebody will double dog dare you this year to say that. Oh, a lot of people knew that one, Lynn. It's candy,
Good job.
candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
All of which we didn't have for lunch for you. Sorry.
All right. We've had some major movement in the scoreboard.
Ooh. Where's J.A.? Who's J.A.?
J.A.
Ah, there you go, J.A. Okay.
All right, here we go. 2003, what software application was launched providing video and voice calls? Now, this was a big deal because back in the day, you had to pay a lot of money to call your family and friends long distance, and you got a big bill.
This should be easy.
Then you got to call them for free on the computer with this program. Oh, yeah, look, we do, people. It was Skype.
They had that one, Kim.
All right. Okay, next question. 1998. This was the hottest toy of the year. What is it called? I bet a lot of people own this toy, Lynn. Oh yeah, people definitely had a Furby in their house. People know what that is. Remember, if you had 2 of them and you put them together, they would even talk to each other. All right, the next question is double points. 1998, in the movie Titanic, what unladylike thing does Jack teach Rose to do? Now, Rose's mother would not approve of
I
any of
didn't know this one, honestly.
Now look, Titanic's on television about every week.
I missed this one.
And the correct answer is
Good job.
spit like a man. All right, let's see how we're doing.
Ooh, J.A. is,
Oh,
Lampy.
yeah.
Okay.
Lampy.
Who's Lampy?
Lampy and Gavin.
Where's Lampy?
Right behind.
Oh, all right, Lampy.
All right, this is close. All right, get ready. 1993. What is the name of this fashion trend for high-waisted women's jeans? Now, back in 93, they just called them jeans. But when they became popular again, they got this nickname.
Right.
A lot of people are out there buying mom jeans, Lynn.
I'm offended by that. Just saying.
All right, next question. 1993, on the TV show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where was Will born and raised? All you gotta do is sing the song. You should know.
All
this
right.
one.
10 points. Okay. Born and raised in the playground where I spent most of my days. Come on, you know what? Just saying.
Good job, Lynn. West Philadelphia.
You telling me to keep my day job? Is that what you guys are saying? Okay.
All right, here we go. Next question. 1988. Name the show that opened on Broadway. So this won the Tony for Best Musical that year. And there are mega fans that have seen this hundreds of times before it closed in 2022. All right, you all know it's Phantom of the Opera.
The picture was a dead giveaway, just saying. Didn't quite look like Chorus Line, just to me at least. Just saying.
All right, here we go. Next question. 1988, Billy Ocean finished the title of this top song. Get out of my dreams, blank, 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 blank. Just sing it. It's the chorus of the song.
I had to listen to it.
All right, Lynn. Come on, sing it, Lynn.
Get out of my dreams so I can sleep. No, I'm joking. Okay, go ahead. Don't get me
Get out
started.
of my dreams, get into my car.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Let's check the scoreboard.
Lampy.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Lampy. and
Lampy.
Gavin, they are fighting it out, for sure. But don't
All
worry.
right.
you can
Where's
still catch
Gavin?
up.
Where's Gavin? Oh, Gavin. You're almost there. Woo. Lampy Gavin. Lampy Gavin. We'll see.
All right. There's still a chance. There's a couple more questions left.
So you're saying there's a chance?
And
Okay.
next question, double points. 1983. On what planet is Jabba the Hutt's palace located?
I didn't know this
Star
one,
Wars:
just
Return
saying.
of the Jedi.
My big brother was a Star Wars person, not
Now,
me.
come on, you remember 3CPO, R2D2, they go to try to rescue Han Solo.
Just
He's
sorry.
frozen in carbonite.
Sorry.
Luke's a Jedi Knight.
Sorry, Kim.
Come on,
No,
Lynn.
none of the above.
Oh, we
See,
have some
there are other
fans.
people like me.
Yay, Tatooine.
So how do you say that again, Kim?
Tatooine.
Tatooine. Tatooine. Say it with me. Tatooine. Very good. Now you've learned something today. Go forth and do well.
All right, next question. 1983, in the song Down Under by Men at Work, what type of sandwich is given? It was given by a man in Brussels, if that's a clue. Oh, people know it. Vegemite. All right. This is the last question, and it's double points. Get ready. $1983, this spreadsheet program was released. What is the name of the program? I wonder if we had anybody working here in the 80s who actually used this at UMBC. It was probably like the best invention at the time. Oh, no, it wasn't Excel. Not out yet. The correct answer.
Wow.
Lotus 1, 2, 3.
Those of us that actually knew the answer, that means we're seasoned. How about that? We're seasoned. We're the seasoned people that kind of knew that. Yeah.
Does anybody want to admit to using Lotus 1, 2, 3?
Embarrassingly
That's great.
enough.
All
right.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Let's check the podium.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll.
And third place, Kathy.
Woo!
Second
Kathy?
place, oh, Boba Fett. First place goes to Tim C.
Tim C. Where's Tim? Come on down, Tim, and get your
Tim,
trophy.
stand up and go to the front.
We celebrate you. Come get your trophy, Tim.
Congratulations, Tim. Go and collect your trophy. Thank you, everyone, for playing. We hope you enjoyed the game.
Display that loud and proud, Tim. That was an expensive trophy, around $5 just for you. Just for you. Because it's what we do. It's what we do. Now, one of the things I want to make sure that I mention, that today's ceremony will include many of your usual favorites. We'll hear from some of our milestone honorees, those celebrating 30 years of service through short digital stories throughout our program. And we'll welcome university leaders to the stage to celebrate the honorees in their college, their division, or their office. And of course, we'll have our fabulous raffle prizes at the end, so hang on to your tickets, your red tickets, and those that are honorees, you got an additional white ticket. You'll want to hang on to those. So make sure you stay till the end so that we can go through the raffle as well. Now, are you excited? A little bit? Hopefully that got you going. And one of the things that I'm super excited about, just looking at some of the digital stories today, is just the level of passion that you're going to hear from. And you'll see this throughout the program. But before we transition into our presidential awards, our presentation of awards, not the presidential awards, that's next year, just saying. But the presentation of awards, we will be hearing from our first digital story honoring one of our 30-year employees, John Fritz from DoIT, who is our Associate Vice President of Instructional Technology. Take it away, guys.
So I came to UMBC in 1995 in the fall as the Director of Media Relations. And it didn't take long when I got here to meet the President, Freeman Hrabowski, and realize he didn't need a Director of Media Relations. But it was a wonderful time. I remember going on media visits with him, driving his car. We were both fans of gospel spirituals, and we'd sing those together. So it was a really just one-of-a-kind kind of experience. At that time, media PR was going electronic, and I helped Jack Seuss build our first campus website. And before long, I remember getting queries from students about online registration or parking, not the typical fare that a PR person would get. And so Jack made a home for me in IT. I essentially was the university's first content webmaster. And he said, oh, by the way, can you do something with this thing called Blackboard? And that's how I kind of got involved with it. I got a chance to work with faculty in trying to help tell their story, find out what their story was, and if possible, how technology could help. So that's kind of how I got involved with here. I'm an English major by training, self-taught in IT, and I've loved every minute of it. So I would say I'm most proud of the fact that we've been able to work with faculty on trying to solve a pedagogical problem or create new learning opportunities for their students. So sometimes faculty will come to me and they'll say, I need to get more technology into my course. And it's like, why? More often than not, it's not what they initially said they wanted to do. It's something that was buried or hidden. Getting students to attend class, getting students to read the textbook, getting them to practice, what they should be demonstrating on the exam. Every faculty member has these kinds of pedagogical problems. And to get a chance to work with faculty in different disciplines and even have a bird's eye view of maybe how they're all doing it. I think technology is a catalyst or an enabler, but it does so in the best way when faculty reflect on their own teaching and what they want to try to accomplish. And if we're a facilitator of that, if we can help them move that along, I'm good with that. The smallest good deed is better than the grandest good intention. To the extent that you make active and give voice to what you observe or notice and appreciate, don't assume that somebody hasn't heard it already. And I've had many of opportunities where people have done that for me. If you think that there's something worth noting, speak up, say it. Because you never know how that gets passed along. I'm really grateful for the chance to reinvent myself. I started out as PR, media, which is a great field. I never in a million years thought I would be doing what I do now. I'd always had a lifelong itch to get my PhD. I never thought I would. I wanted to be a faculty member, actually. But I didn't start down that path soon enough, but I get the next best thing, and that's working with faculty, and I've really enjoyed that a lot.
What an interesting journey that you made, John, and thank you so much for your service, and thank you for sharing your story with us. And we are very pleased now to be featuring our honorees through the presentation of awards. So very excited to get this going. Now I will ask each of you to consider, as we're doing this, and your university leaders are coming to the stage to introduce their various divisions and colleges, I'll ask you to allow them to read the names and then allow yourself to celebrate and applaud all of the honorees at once. And when your name is read, we'll ask that you stand to be acknowledged and remain standing until all of the names in your college and division are read. We will also invite the collective applause, as I said earlier. Now, everyone receiving an award will receive their certificate, a gift information, and a plaque via mail or campus mail in the coming weeks. So yes, we have something for you, but you will receive it after the ceremony. So we will start by inviting Provost David Dwelter to come to the podium to share the honorees in the university within the Provost's office.
Thank you. Well, academic affairs includes certainly the colleges and the school, the Erickson School, and so those deans will be presenting and announcing the names from those particular units. But throughout academic affairs, there's like 11 other units, and all of these folks, all of you folks that are in academic affairs are busy supporting what goes on in the classroom. We research, we report, we evaluate, we reward, we award, we mentor, we recruit, we transcript, we coordinate, we advise, we direct, we encourage, we enroll, and we graduate students. But what we do best, I think, is really focus on supporting student success, focus on research and creative achievement, and focus on service to Baltimore County, the state of Maryland, the United States, and the world. So, these are the people we are recognizing today through academic affairs. 5 years, Martina Buckley, Office of the Provost, Nicole Koster, Office of the Registrar, Vania Cruz, Office of the Provost, Kevin Fulmer, the Alex Brown Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, Diana Zini-Goryeb, the Center for Global Engagement, Andrew Giles, Library, Morgan Henderson with the Hilltop Institute, Laura Humber, the Hilltop Institute, Min Kim, the Hilltop Institute, Gina King, the Office of Undergraduate Admissions and Orientation, Ashley Myers, the Office of Undergraduate Admissions and Orientation, Rosanna Perez, the Hilltop Institute, Teresa Reese, the Library, and James Schiaffino with the Office of Enrollment Management. Those are the 5-year folks. The 10 years of service at UMBC includes David Anguish, Center for Global Engagement. Remember, you're standing now. Kristen Deal, the Hilltop Institute. Tawny McManus, the Office of Accessibility and Disability Services. Aaron Manai, Student Disability Services. Natalia Panfile, Division of Professional Studies. Monique Ransom, Office of Academic Advising. Jennifer Reel, Office of Undergraduate Admissions and Orientation. Christine Sheen, the Office of Enrollment Management. Hannah Schmitz, the Shriver Center. Adrienne Wheeler, Division of Professional Studies. Teresa White, Office of the Provost. Brittany Zylstra, the Hilltop Institute. Recognizing 15 years of service at UMBC, Adita Edwards, Division of Professional Studies. Robin Martin of the Library. Pat Tolliver, Office of the Registrar. Bernice Walker, the Shriver Center. Xiaorong Wu, the Hilltop Institute. Recognizing 20 years of service at UMBC, Allison Jones, Division of Professional Studies, and Valerie Valentine, Student Disability Services. Recognizing 25 years of service at UMBC, the following individuals: Andrea Cipolla, the Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships; Lamar Davis, Division of Professional Studies; Pamela Hawley, Office of the Registrar; Natalia Lysenko, the Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships; Cindy Poland, the Shriver Center; and Shanta White from the library. Recognizing 30 years of service, Timothy Lynch, Division of Professional Studies. Recognizing 35 years of service, Beverly Connor, the library. And recognizing 40 years of service, Bridget Stone, Division of Professional Studies, and Laura Weathers of the library. A few more awards to mention here today. The Employee of the Quarter, exempt, January through March, Teresa Mabey, Division of Professional Studies. And Employee of the Quarter, non-exempt, July through September, Kimberly Myers, Office of Undergraduate Admissions and Orientation. And we also want to recognize retirees: Cheryl Gibbs, Office of the Provost; Elizabeth Jones, Division of Professional Studies; Teresa Knott, Division of Professional Studies; Patrice McDermott, the Office of the Provost; Susan Mako, Office of the Provost; Denise Plummer of the Hilltop Institute; and Joanne Smith from the library. Now, applause. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good afternoon. I am Brian Barrio, Director of Athletics, and we have a small but mighty group of honorees today from athletics. First, our 5-year honorees, Stacy Carone, who's the head of our sport medicine group, and Chris Kohlmeyer, our head softball coach, neither of whom are here. Stacy's true to form, working with student athletes right now, and Chris is on the road trying to find the next great retriever. We have a 15-year honoree from recreation, Kristen Boswell. And I'll remind you to hold your applause until the end. We also have a 25-year honoree, David Bobb, who's the dean of our head coaches and our track and field head coach. David's here. We have 2 Job Well Done recipients. This is for their tremendous work this year on the homecoming event. And those are Maureen Cromer and Seth Nagel. And finally, we want to honor, he's in absentia, he's not here today, but Pete Caringi, our longtime head men's soccer coach who retired after 32 years of service. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here. I'm Kathy Detloff. I'm your Vice President of Administration and Finance. I have to express just what an opportunity it is to celebrate not only the award recipients, but all of you out here who really help make this place run every single day. But when I do hear the word service, you won't be surprised to realize that I think of in-service. So before I get to my list of award winners, can we just get a round of applause for all those working elevators? So with that, I will start with the members of the Division of Administration and Finance who have 5 years of service. Eric Bateman in Facilities Management. Please stand when I call your name. Brian Falk in Campus Card. Bakary Lansana in Facilities Management, Philip Lassa, the University Police, Connor Riley in Student Business Services, Melvin Rote, Facilities Management, Michelle Shackelford-Talon in HR and Strategic Talent Management, Michael Williams of the University Police. With 10 years of service, Timothy Blasco, University Police, David Blumberg, University Police, Megan Cherry, Management Advisory Services, Jared Fink, Financial Services, Michael Gary, Facilities Management, Stephanie Watson from the Rita Rossi Caldwell Center. With 15 years of service, we have Sandra Blasetti in Student Business Services, Gregory Lumpkins from Parking Services, Amy Steinley Marks from Grants and Contracts Accounting, Daniel Weeworker from Facilities Management. Now with 20 years of service, Carl Anderson, University Police, Herman Mooney, Facilities Management, Greg Saba, Student Business Services, Chester Smith, the University Police. Now with 25 years of service, Charles Hogan in Facilities Management, and our very own Chief Bruce Perry. With 35 years of service, we honor Michael Yates at the Rita Rossi Caldwell Center. And finally, with 40 years of service, Barry Riley, Facilities Management. Within administration and finance, we also had some special award winners. The Employee of the Quarter for non-exempt for the period of October through December, Desiree Stonesiffer in Financial Services. Our Job Well Done Award in spring of 2023 for their project on Food for Fines project, Gina Herney and Harry Wilhelm from Parking Services. And finally, our retirees, Keith Boyd from Facilities Management, Gary Brown, University Police, Terry Cook, Administration and Finance Office, Renee Horton, and Patrick Jenkins from the bookstore, and Michael Myers from Financial Services. Congratulations, one and all.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Greg. Only when I stand at the podium and I have the floor do I like to get a bit competitive and say, I have the honor of recognizing the best staff of the best college on this university campus. So for 5 years of service, and if you can please hold your applause, but as our honorees, please stand so we can recognize you. For 5 years of service, we have Donna Dwyer from Interdisciplinary Science Program, Debbie Paul from the Dean's Office Advising Center, Miriam Ralston from Public Policy, and Emma Wheatley from the Dean's Office Creative Achievement and Research Administration team. For 10 years of service, we have Sherwin Chang of English, Jessica Cook, Public Affairs Scholars Program, Kahai Frazier of Modern Languages, Linguistics, and Intercultural Communication, and John Romer of Visual Arts. For 15 years of service, Sandra Abbott of the Center for Art, Design, and Visual Culture, Donna Hart from the Dean's Office, Samira Hassan, Media and Communication Studies Program, James Zuber, Imaging Resource Center. For 25 years of service, Pamela Dobler, the Dean's Office Shared Services Center. 40 years of service, Janice Jackson of the Department of Music, Elaine O'Hare of Psychology. And then we have a few retirees, Priscilla Atwater of the Drescher Center for Humanities, Fontella Bateman of Modern Languages, Linguistics, and Intercultural Communication, Robin Schmidt-Bauer Heckathorn of Geography and Environmental Systems, Julie Jones, Education, Janet Magruder, Center for the Art, Design, and Visual Culture, Patricia McGonigal of Education, Wanda Suarez Nottingham of Africana Studies, Christopher Paraguay from Visual Arts, and Emma Sellers of Political Science. If we can congratulate them all.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anupam Joshi. I'm the acting dean of the College of Engineering and Information Technology, and it is my absolute privilege today to stand in front of you and recognize the wonderful staff. We could probably write like a function that says, the best star, et cetera, et cetera. So, won't do that. I'm also one of the guys who knew what Lotus 1, 2, 3 was. So. I do want to express my words of gratitude for not just the colleagues here who are being recognized, but for all our staff. Because as I look at our list of awardees, Dr. Adams mentioned that you matter. You matter because what you do matters. Whether you're making sure that our budgets are okay, whether you are helping our undergraduates with their 4-year plans, whether you are reaching out to high schools and convincing teachers that computing and engineering is important and encouraging students to take those classes, whether you are keeping our facilities in good repair, and last but not the least, for our longest tenure awardee, you are helping the dean at the very last minute request to print out the list of awardees in 30-point font so that the dean does not have to take out his reading glasses on stage. So thank you for all you do. And without further ado, for 5 years of service, again, please rise, and colleagues, please hold your applause. Brandy Loftus from the Shared Services Center, Diane O'Grady-Cuniff from the Engineering and Computing Education Program and the Maryland Center for Computing Education. For 10 years, Cindy Lamoth of the Shared Services Center. For 15 years, Ann Array, Undergraduate Student Services, Howard Bai, Mechanical Engineering, and Linda Dietzen from the Shared Services Center. For 30 years of service, Victor Fulda, Facilities and Dean's Office. And as I said, last but not the least, someone we got when she was a young child. For 35 years of service, Tonique Lewis in the Dean's Office, the Dean's EA.
Well, I'm Bill LaCourse, Dean of the College of Natural Mathematical Sciences. And if anybody remembers last year's event, don't worry, I did not make a film this year. So no worries ahead. So what I do want to say is that, Kimberly, I didn't know you were so competitive. I also didn't know you were such a jokester. So anyway, thank you. I want to say thank you to all this, and my gratefulness to the people that are going to read the names shortly, and all the staff that works within the College of Natural Mathematical Sciences. Honestly, everything that I do is because of you, that what you accomplish and what you do. So I am eternally grateful for your service and loyalty to the college. And so, for 5 years, Rob Edwards from the Dean's Office, David House, Physics, Candace Racine, Dean's Office. I know where you are because I found you earlier. Taylor Short, Dean's Office. Shamira Somerville, Dean's Office. Anika Wayman, Dean's Office. 10 years, David Allison, Dean's Office, Shirley Chow, D's Office, a lot of Dean's Office here. Jacqueline King, Biological Sciences, and for 15 years of service, Teresa Freeman, Marine Biotechnology, and for 25 years, Anthony Tony Bainey, Chemistry and Biochemistry. Thank you so much.
Bright lights. Hello, everyone. My name is Jack Seuss, and I'm here to represent the Division of Information Technology as Vice President of IT. I think I might be the only person in this room that ever used VisiCalc in 1979 at UMBC. If you have done that yourself, please see me after the ceremony. I'm thrilled to be speaking on behalf of my colleagues who are receiving the awards. So for 10 years, Joaquin Hassal, Infrastructure and Support, Dustin Roddy, Instructional Technology, David Tooth, Infrastructure and Support. 15 years, Kendrick Hernandez, Infrastructure and Support. For 20 years, Kevin Joseph, Business Systems. For 25 years, Jeff Glasscock, Infrastructure and Support. Todd Hadaway, Infrastructure and Support. Paul Derek Harley, Business Systems. Andy Johnston, Information Security. Daniel Loftus, Infrastructure and Support. And Charles Randy Phillip, Infrastructure and Support. For 30 years, John Fritz, Instructional Technology, and James Krebs, Infrastructure and Support. For 35 years, Laura Brown, Information Security. And for 40 years, Steve Ostrov, Infrastructure and Support. Please give them a round of applause. I'm also thrilled to congratulate our Employee of the Quarter in the exempt, Chris Moss of Infrastructure and Support. And last, our retiree, Jason Grigo from Infrastructure and Support. Thank you all.
Good afternoon. I'm Renique Kirsch. I'm the Vice President for Student Affairs. And it's been an honor over the last 3 months to work with the over 200 staff across the Division of Student Affairs. And I'm thrilled to stand here today to honor each of the staff members being recognized today. Thank you for your hard work, and thank you for your commitment, not only to our community, but to our students. Your work truly does matter. For 5 years, Christopher Allen, Event and Conference Services, Vivian Bethia, Residential Life, Kelly Birch, Business Service Center, Annie Bird, Career Center, Kayla Childress, Events and Conference Services, John Cokes, Transportation Services, Victoria Heasley, Student Life, Eleanor Lewis, Student Affairs Communications, Candice Martinez-Doan, Campus Life, Corey Ridgely, Residential Life Facilities, Tammy Rupp, Retriever Health, Marnia Shamblin, Residential Life, Dennis Walker, Off-Campus Student Services. For 10 years, Jeremiah Sawyer, the Career Center, Samuel Zuckerman, University Commons. 15 years, Cheryl Benitez, Retriever Integrated Health, Jeffrey Cullen, Student Conduct and Community Standards, Marta Sires, Retriever Integrated Health. For 20 years, David Hoffman, Center for Democracy and Civic Life. 25 years, Bruce Herman, Retriever Integrated Health. Joe Regier, Transportation Services. And Saju Vali Amat Aman, Residential Life. I'd also like to recognize the Employee of the Quarter, non-exempt, from January to March, Corey Ridgely, Residential Life. And for a job well done in the spring for the Food for Fines Project, Ariel Barbosa for Retriever Essentials. For a job well done in the fall of 2023 for the Homecoming 2022 project, Jen Dress, Campus Life, Candace Martinez-Doan, Campus Life, Simon Riley, Campus Life, and Laura Shraven, Campus Life and Common Vision. And lastly, our retiree, Susan Plitt from the Career Center. Thank you all for your service.
It is bright. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, it's really bright up here. I'm Dana Bradley. I'm the Dean of the Erickson School of Aging Studies. And I just want to take a moment, and again, as my colleagues have done, to thank each of you for your service, for what you do for all of us. The Erickson School is a relatively lean unit, so we don't have tons of people, which means everything that you do helps us with our mission. And so I'm very, very grateful. I said we're lean and we're warm. And I can't think of a better ambassador for what we do than our 15-year honoree, Dawn Stout. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Bobby Hoy, and I am here representing the Office of the General Counsel. So typically, we get the messages when someone has to come to our office, oh no, the lawyers, or oh my gosh, I have to talk to you. But it's my privilege today to, to speak about those who I've had the honor to work with for a number of years. When you work in a small office, you just really get to know one another because of the hard work or because of just the life challenges, the celebrations, the birth of kids, the funerals, the sicknesses, the marathons, all the things that you go through. We go through that together here on the job in addition to doing the work. So I am honored and privileged to be here to talk about those in the Office of the General Counsel. They are not here with us today. Maybe they are online, or maybe they'll view this later. For 15 years of service, Janet Maddox. And for our retirees, we have David Gleason and Christopher Kasich. Thank you.
Afternoon, everyone. I am Jill Barr. I'm an Associate Vice Provost and a Senior Assistant Dean in the grad school. And just so you know, yes, I'm okay, and no, it was not a good story. So, I am here representing Dr. Janet Rutledge, who is unable to be here today. She is at a conference in DC. And as those of you who know Janet, she would probably not be up here to brag on the grad school, but I will. You guys have been on campus and you have seen the growth in the graduate school enrollment, and we're very proud of that. And we really know that it's not just the graduate school, but it's really the whole community that makes that growth possible and that support possible. So I want to thank you all for all that you do to help support our grad students. So for 5 years of service in the grad school, Teresa April Michelle is an awardee, as well as for 10 years, Jennifer Artis and Scott Phillips. And then our 25-year awardee, who doesn't like to be acknowledged much, but she's going to have to be acknowledged today, and that's Dr. Lisa Portis Morgan. So again, thank you.
Hi, everyone. I am Greg Simmons, the Vice President of Institutional Advancement. It's fantastic to see everybody. Congratulations to all this year's honorees and everybody like in year 4 and 9 and 14 and 20. You're pretty excited about next year, right? You'll be up here. It's going to be a great time. So listen, the Office of Institutional Advancement goes out in the world to try to bring people back to campus, to get them engaged, have them invest in the success of our students and our faculty. And it's not always easy work, but it's always inspiring work because of the many things that people in this room and across campus do to help transform lives through education and research. So thanks very much for everybody. I couldn't be more appreciative and grateful for my own colleagues in institutional advancement. This year, celebrating 10 years, Ronald R.J. Havlicek, stand up, R.J., there you go, and Catherine Scrivener, where I saw you, Catherine. In the Job Well Done for Homecoming 2022 project, and I'd like to acknowledge, this is so UMBC, 3 different units are being celebrated this year for the work in the Homecoming 2022. Athletics, Student Affairs, and Institutional Advancement. It speaks so much about how we always work together to make things as best as they can possibly be. So Bernadette Darby from an Alumni Engagement, Bobby Lubashevsky from Alumni Development Communications and Marketing, Staniel Odom, Alumni Engagement, Catherine Scrivener, Alumni Development Communications and Marketing, Bagda Soltis from Events. You gotta stand up, Bagda. Come on, you gotta stand up. She's not gonna want to stand up. Jess Wyatt from Alumni Engagement. Give them all a round of applause. The division also had 2 retirees this year. They're not here. They're off doing things that retirees do. So Stacy Locke from Annual Giving and Major Gifts, and Sharon Mall from the Office of the Vice President for Institutional Advancement. Thanks, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody. We still have a little bit of energy in the room here. So I'm Carl Steiner. I serve as the Vice President for Research and Creative Achievement here on campus. And earlier, some of my dean colleagues were sort of being a little bit competitive, so I was thinking, where am I going with that? And I'm going to say, I think the research office at UMBC is the proudest and most certainly the most inclusive excellence campus in the country that is a Research One university. You know, if you make it narrow enough, you can be #1. But we really are, you know, an R1 and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to just say that. And it's really, you know, very proud of the entire team and every staff member in our team, like working day and night and all that. But it's the entire community here and all the faculty that really allow us to perform at that top level. So I think you should all give yourselves a hand for that. You can. We have a few colleagues who are celebrating the 5th year anniversary. That's Jennifer Kelly, who is in the Office of the Vice President for Research and Creative Achievement. We have Paula Tanabe in our Office of Earth and Space Research Administration. And we have Laura Taylor Walsh in our Office of Sponsored Programs. There's Laura. For 10 years, we have Rebecca O'Brien, also in Sponsored Programs, and Dominique Pitts in Earth and Space Research Administration. For 15 years, we have Deborah Waters in Sponsored Programs. For 35 years, at an institution that's going up on 56 years, I think, or something like that. So 35 years, Wendy Martin, Technology Development. Very, very proud of Jessica Holte, who was the Employee of the Quarter in July and September. And I want to do a very special shout out to 3 colleagues who retired from our office, who together had well over 100 years of experience and really helped us build an office that we are today. So 3 employees with well over 100 years of dedication to the institution. Kathy Allison, who was my executive assistant in the research office. Mary Lilly in research protections and compliance, and Tim Sparklin, who was the director of research protections and compliance. Thanks, everybody.
Hello, everyone. My name is Steve Freeland. Once again, I'm not Catherine, but because I am representing my boss, I've taken great pains to read the instructions for this thing. I know, right? The Retriever reporters are waiting outside to interview a strange case of a faculty member who read the instructions for something he couldn't do. We'll get to that later on. But I want to spend the time that remains here emulating a recent small change that evolution in our senior leadership has brought to graduation ceremonies. These days, each dean is invited to choose 2 words with which to describe the students graduating from their units. UAA, who I'm here representing, Undergraduate Academic Affairs, won't be surprised to know that Catherine puts an enormous amount of thought into those 2 words every time, so we thought we'd have fun here. So with our people, here are 2 words. I think just before I proceed, to be clear, for largely legal reasons, the views expressed here are largely those of Cole and Freeland, not necessarily UMBC, USM, or its partner institutions. For 5 years of passionately innovative service, we celebrate Hope Wiseman. For 10 years of calmly competent service, we recognize Diana Smith, the Office of Vice Provost and Dean. For 15 years each of authentically committed service from Sunji Janga, and for community-focused service from Dietrich Mohammed, from AOP, Academic Opportunity Programs. 20 years of positively disruptive service from Jody Kelber-Kay. From the Honors College, 30 years of gracefully reliable service from Barbara Smith in AETP. Shifting gears, UAA is proud to claim the April to June Exempt Employee of the Quarter for resiliently industrious service by Holly Cudzillo in INDS. And shifting gears one more time, our sole retiree, sorely missed Rehana Shafi. Well done to all of you, thank you.
How am I supposed to follow that? Not fair. I thought I was going to get to say I'm not Angela Paik. Angela Paik can't be here today. She would love to be. I'm Jenny, as you can see. I'm from another small but mighty division, University Communications and Marketing, and it is very bright up here. I have the immense honor of honoring one of our own, and only one. That is Leslie Kruger from the Office of Vice President, University Communications and Marketing. For 15 years, she is patient, brilliant, and so kind to all of us. She is also the Employee of the Quarter, non-exempt, April to June. So thank you, Leslie. We also have a couple of retirees who, if they're here, if they didn't tell me, I'm going to be mad. But that would be Dinah Winnick, Communications and Marketing, and Lisa Akchin, Marketing Creative Services. Thank you all. Thank you to the UCM folks. You're all amazing.
Let's just, before I begin, let's just give all of our awardees, retirees, members of our staff who are recognized for their years of service today, let's give everyone a round of applause. Yeah. I am truly inspired, and I so appreciate all of the words that we heard from our senior leaders, but just truly inspired by each one of you. And Greg, I appreciate it. So what happens, I get if you're 4, you're waiting for 5, but what if you're 1.5? What are you waiting for? We're waiting for tomorrow? Just waiting for tomorrow? Happy to be alive. I'll take all of that. I will take all of that. Before I acknowledge the folks in the President's office and in senior leadership, I just also want to say a word about this theme of You Matter. I just want you to hear it. I know you've heard it over and over again for folks who see what you do every day. But I want you to know, I might not see what you do individually every day, but I see the people who benefit from it every day. I see students, faculty, and staff, your colleagues, who are benefiting from what you do every day. And when I see those folks able to operate at their best, I know you're doing a phenomenal job. So just know that I may not see everything, but you do matter. Not only what you do matters, but how you do it matters. Who you are matters. How you care for people matters. And in a year, by the way, there's no year where there's not turmoil. It's living, right? It's life. In a year where a semester where it has been pretty challenging, and many of you have been on the front lines of those challenges or either supporting folks who have been impacted deeply by various versions of challenge. I just want you to know you matter. And whether people are saying thank you directly or not, or whether you hear it from me directly or not, or whether you think I don't even know what you do, it doesn't matter, you matter. And so I am truly grateful for that. So again, I want to give a round of applause to every human sitting in this space and for those who are not sitting in this space for all that you do. So thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. And now I have the opportunity and the privilege of recognizing those who are serving in the President's University Leadership Team. And so for 5 years of service, I don't have all of those beautiful adjectives that you had. That was phenomenal. For 5 years of service, we recognize Dana Bradley at the Erickson School. For 10 years of service, Carl Steiner in the Office of Research and Creative Achievement. For 25 years of service, Anupam Joshi, who calls himself the acting dean, but when you're in the dean's job, you're not acting, you're just the dean of computer science, and was also the chair of computer science and electrical engineering, and Greg Simmons for 30 years of service in institutional advancement. And you will have the opportunity to hear more from Greg in his video shortly. I'd also like to recognize 2 retirees who are not listed on the program, Nancy Young in Student Affairs, and also Philip Rouse from the Provost's office. I am eternally grateful for your service you've been doing for this university for years before I showed up, and you continue to be of service and to be a great companions and colleagues to me. So thank you so very much.
There certainly is a lot to celebrate, and I am super excited that we're able to continue down the road of really giving an opportunity to look at some of these digital stories. So for a moment, if you will, join me in looking and hearing from another 30-year honoree, Barbara Smith, Program Management Specialist for Academic Engagement and Transition Programs.
I started here at UMBC at Hilltop Institute, which was formerly Center for Health Program Development and Management. From there, I went on to the provost office. I had started as an admin assistant. Then I was also doing a few other positions while I was doing that full-time position. I was interim for, at the time, was a Learning Resources Center. So I did those things all in tangent at one time. And then thereafter, the Office of Undergraduate Education came to birth, to be. And I was working in between both the provost office and that new office. I was offered 2 positions, and so I chose Office of Undergraduate Education. I am still with that office, but we are now Academic Engagement and Transition Programs. And I'm the Program Management Specialist with that team. I feel there are a couple of things that are worth celebrating. I am the recipient of the Karen L. Lynch Endowment Award 2015-2016 for outstanding non-exempt employees. In 2018 and 19, I was part of the PLPM cohort. I never dreamed about supervision, being a supervisor. My supervisor at the time saw things in me that I just kept saying, no, that's not for me. And I began supervising student employees. And I did that for, I guess about 11 or so years. And then I became a supervisor for a full-time staff employee. And it's just been a marvelous opportunity, one that, again, I would not have chosen for myself. To work with the student population, I'm so happy that at the time my supervisor, that she kept giving me that opportunity, and I'm glad she remained patient with me until I agreed to do it. And once I did, I miss it now. It was just a powerful time. It was a lesson in understanding more of the quality of making a difference in other people's lives, and in a way of just coming outside of yourself and not knowing that there's something there, there's something more that you could contribute to this community. Because this certainly is a community, and there's no other place I've ever worked that I felt like I was part of a community. For me, what matters most to me is every day doing my best work. And that means when I'm not feeling my best, sometimes your best isn't going to be your very, very best, but knowing if you put your heart into whatever you're doing and have integrity about what you do, it will turn out to be your best. So it's important to me to do my best work, and also to see what just reaching out and seeing what others need even before they ask. You know, there are many times people say that they appreciate what you've done, or they just appreciate who you are. I think it matters most when you appreciate people for who they are, and not so much as what they have done or not done. I think for me, I have to dig down deep and go, it's like, who did you appreciate today? Not so much as who appreciated me. That matters more to me, to see others than to be seen.
I feel like I just heard a sermon on that. Wasn't that awesome? Thank you, Barbara, for sharing your story. That was phenomenal. Next, we are moving to our prizes. So get your tickets out very quickly, and we are going to move through this rapidly. So if you'll notice, you have 2 tickets. So if you don't have 2 tickets, let me say that very differently. If you are an honoree, you will have 2 tickets. So the red tickets are for everyone. The red tickets are for who? Right. And then the honorees have a white ticket. So we'll be drawing from that. I will be telling you a little bit about some of the prizes, and then we have a very special black and gold prize package for one of our honorees. That's our grand prize. I'll tell you more about that when we get to it, but let's get moving with the drawing. All right. So you know it won't be cheated because our president is pulling.
No, I cheat.
No, she says she cheats. Okay, well, there we have that. And this is for mason jars with bamboo lids and a portable smoothie blender. All right. And you must be here to win. 57938. 57938. Please stand if that is your ticket. 57938. Going once. Do we see it? Oh, 579-383. How about that? There's that. There's one more number, right? 579-383. Thank you for who said that. Where do we have that? Where is it? All right. They see you. They're coming. Second prize is a vintage glass coffee mug set and coffee grinder. Very good. 579348. 579348. Over there. Wonderful. The next prize is a Ninja Compact Personal Blender and to-go cups. Very good. 579653. 579653. Going once? Going twice? Do we have, oh, there we go. All right, over there. Wonderful. Over there, people. Please remain standing. We have a flameless candle and coffee mug set. Good stuff. I didn't have to direct you. Look at you guys. 577548. 577548. All right, right over here. Please remain standing. Next, we have a Keurig Slim Single Serve Coffee Maker. Wonderful. 577494. 577494. Right over there. Oh, wonderful. All right. Next, we have a temperature-controlled smart coffee mug warmer. It keeps your coffee or tea warm for hours in case you forget to drink it. Look at that commercial. 579432. 579432. We have somebody? Oh, right back over there. Wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. All right. We have an aquarium kit. You are anxious to be able to look and get yourself a fish. Now you can. 577706. 577706. All right. Thank you. We have a tea sampler variety pack and an electric kettle. Thank you. 579442. 579442. Going once? Oh, right back there. Wonderful. Thank you. We have an all-in-one travel coffee maker mug. Ooh. 577. Our president said they can drink coffee and travel? Okay, sorry. 577551. 577551. Oh, look at that. All right. Now, for those of you looking for a little vacation time, we have a beach bag kit. We have a beach bag, sunglasses, a solar power bank, phone charger. Of course, you need to charge your phone on the beach, right? All right. Thank you. 579646. 579646. Oh, right over there. Oh, wonderful. All right. Next we have, listen, because I'll be coming to your house for this, and I like strawberry. Ice cream sorbet and frozen yogurt maker. All right. 577537. 5775. Right here. Oh, I'm coming to your house. Wonderful. Right here. Great. A stainless steel coffee percolator. Ooh, I love coffee too. Hey, you're losing that gym. One more time. All right. 579443. 579443. Up, back there. All right. Where's your office? Please let me know. All right. This could be very useful to you here. An air purifier for office or home. 579450. 579450. Going once. We have it? Oh, right back here. Right back there. All right. Next, we have a portable neck fan and eye mask sleeping headphone. Great for travel, vacations, or staycations in Puerto Rico, Bacchiari.
577 No, that was my number. Sorry.
579-644. 579-644. Going once. Going twice. Do we see anybody? Okay, it really was yours. Okay. Here's the ticket, next ticket that will get this. 577-521. 577-521. Do we have somebody? Where? Oh, right back here. Wonderful. Thank you. Next prize, an outdoor wireless and waterproof Bluetooth speaker and deep tissue massage gun. All of that.
VALERI.
579-458. 579-458. You'll have to help me. I can't say, oh, look at that. All right. Next, an outdoor hanging solar lantern and hydro flask water bottle. A water bottle flask, not the other thing, just saying. 579-647. 579-647. Going once? Going twice? Okay, we're pulling another one. All right, let's see. 577-457. 577-457. Nope. Okay. 577-510. 577-510. We have somebody? Where? Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. And then last but not least, before we get to our grand black and gold prize, a sparkling wine glass set with a charcuterie board kit. Wine not provided, okay? Just saying. All right. 577-553. 577-553. All right. Good stuff. All right, right here. Now, all right. So our honorees, pull out your white ticket. Now we're going to that. Let me tell you a little bit about the grand prize. We're super excited. We are calling this the Black and Gold Retriever Package, and it includes these things. And I have to say thank you to so many folks for this. We have, first and foremost, 4 tickets each to an upcoming men and women's home basketball game. Ooh, fun. 2 one-hour massages from the Retriever Integrated Health. Coaching for well-being from our very own Jill, who is a certified coach. So you'll set that up. Free parking for 1 year. Well, there we go. And a 40-meal campus dining plan. And I'm free for lunch anytime you want to take me on campus. I like the Mexican restaurant, all of that. Just saying. All right. So we're pulling from, all right, yep, the white basket. Thank you. Ready? Drum roll, please. You must be present to win. 240097. 240097. Woo-hoo! Right here, our official Black and Gold Grand Prize winner. Give everyone a hand. And now I am very pleased to allow you to take a look at a very, very touching, I believe, digital story from our very own Vice President of Institutional Advancement, Greg Simmons. So please, look on.
So how I came to UMBC, As a college senior at Loyola, I tutored with a program for adjudicated youth called Choice. I was at Loyola College. The students came to Loyola 2 nights a week, and we tutored and fed them and did a rec. When I graduated, I went out west for a year, did a domestic volunteer program, and I came back to Baltimore to work for Choice. Craig Dempsey hired me. I interviewed in the Cherry Hill office, and I started working for Choice in 1993. I came on campus in the next year to work in the Shriver Center, where I coordinated the internship programs for several years. Then I moved over to corporate fundraising for Sheldon Capellis. I spent 3 years working in the president's office before Freeman and Sheldon said, you have to learn how to be a boss. So I went back and I was the assistant vice president for development for several years. And I became the president or the institutional advancement vice president in 2009. So what am I most proud of? That's a hard question to answer, right? There's a million people, there's 1,000 things that we've all been a part of, right? I think to me, what's really special about this place is it is a place where, and as corny as it sounds, people do believe that UMBC is this place that can transform lives. We can only be our best working with people, and especially people who we don't fully understand, people who are different than us, people who have different experiences and different histories and different values in many cases. And that has never been an impediment here. It's been something that's made us better. And so it's a hard thing to kind of distill, and it's a hard thing to describe, especially to people who are coming in from the outside or people who have had experiences other kinds of places. But I think what I'm most proud of is this is a place that allows that to happen in a genuine and real and fun and funny way every day. And it's not an easy thing, right? And there's some times when it's really uncomfortable. But when you see it happening in the moment, and when you see an accomplishment or a breakthrough or a tragedy and how people pull together, it's remarkable. You know, I just tell people that my job is asking questions of people who are way smarter than me all day and then telling their stories, right? That's really kind of how I see my job, right? Whether it's working with students or faculty or trying to help understand what the message of the president or a dean is and helping connect people to it, whether that's a company or a philanthropist or prospective students. There are so many really brilliant people here. There's so many people who are really thinking fundamentally about how can they fix something or correct something or make it better or ask a question. That's kind of, I think, the essence of what I do. And then using that to hopefully put somebody on a pathway to be successful. There's really smart people here, so it's pretty easy. All you pretty much got to do is point them in a direction, make a connection, and then get out of their way and they take off. I'll never forget Craig Weideman, right? So John Martello hired me. I was applying for a service learning job, and I was wearing, jeans and flannels, right? This was, I was still smoking cigarettes back then, I think. And John Martello said, Greg, have you thought about, I know you like service learning, I know you did JVC and Choice, but have you thought about, I kind of see you in a suit. Have you ever thought about internships? And I was like, geez, I've thought about a job, so I'll try anything that you say. But that idea of helping students put theory to practice in internships was compelling, and we did it for a couple years. And I'll never forget Craig Weideman coming into my office one night, and it was about 6 o'clock on a Thursday night, and he had just asked, earlier in the day, he had asked me to come up to deliver a stack of resumes and to talk to an employer. And I was just wearing a shirt and a pair of pants, and he came to my office. I'll just never forget, it's 6:30 at night, and he comes to my office, he said, Greg, he had a whispery voice, and he was really tall, but he whispered like this a lot, and he said, Greg, just a thought, if you're gonna be coming around the president's office, I would keep a tie in your office because, you really wanna make sure that people see you as a representative of the institution. Remember, this is 30 years ago, right? So everybody wore ties back then. I went home and I told my wife that, and she said, first thing she said was, I told you. And then the second thing she said was, that was a really thoughtful thing that he did, right? Pretty much what he said is, we're gonna ask you to come to the president's office more often. The work that you're doing is making a difference. This is how you have to fit into that context. And so it wasn't about the tie, it wasn't about the clothes, it was about how you gotta show up at this place to be successful. And it's those kinds of moments that I think about when I'm thinking about a new young person and say, how do I help that person be successful? I think we just have to keep caring about each other, right? So people here, they work exceptionally hard. They have really, really busy lives, and they put a lot of themselves into everything that they do, right? It's a generalization, but tell me I'm wrong, right? right? You can't. If you look around at the tables in an event, we've told this story before. If somebody is stopped at one of the campus maps, it's like a foot race to see who can ask people if they need help, right? That's because that's who we are. People have choices, right? They have choices with their philanthropy. They have choices with where they work. They have choices with where they live. And people have made a decision to be part of this community. How do we make sure that we know we appreciate the choices that they've made in that regard? How do we be really firm with our commitment and the values that we've built together? This idea of inclusive excellence and this idea about care and this idea about the importance of public research universities and elevating communities. We should never waver or compromise on those values, but how do we give people grace? How do we show them, how do we regularly thank them? And how do we graciously accept their appreciation when they've given it to us, even if it's meant for other people on our team? Accept it and pass it on. That's what we got to keep doing, I think.
Yeah. Thank you, Greg, so much. That was awesome. Really enjoyed that. And I think we're way behind, and Marie's going to get the hook. So I'm going to say very briefly again, thank you so much for all that you do. You matter. We appreciate you. Thank you to the honorees for your service, for your the retirees that were able to be here, or even if you're online looking, you matter. So we celebrate you today. Those that are honorees, we are going to have a reception, a dessert reception. If you brought a guest, feel free to bring your guests. And you're going to, Kelly, wave your hand. I'll ask you to meet Kelly back there, and she'll guide you exactly to where we're going to go to continue the celebration. Also the leaders, so you're able to take pictures with your leader and things of that nature. And with that, I think I am done, or make sure I don't have anything else to say. Marie is going to get me if I don't. I think we're good. But listen, have a wonderful, wonderful break. If I don't see you around campus, I know we're moving on to the holiday break. Enjoy yourself, get some rest and relaxation, and we'll see you again real soon. We'll see you next year for this, and we'll do it again. Have a wonderful rest of your week, guys. Take care.